welcome to this week's episode of Play by Play. I'm your host, Andy Horton, alongside my co-host, Jared Bergstrom. And, well, I think most people know I am not a Buckeye fan. And so if you're seeing this, you might be wondering, why does he have that thing on his head? And we didn't have a show last week because there was some scheduling conflicts here in the studio. But Jared and I, we made a bet last week about Fairmont and Centerville game. And we posted about it on the show's Facebook page. But if Fairmont won, then I would have to come in here wearing a Buckeye hat. Or if Centerville won, then Jared would have to wear a Michigan hat.
Oh, thank God.
And so he said he couldn't find a hat. So,
I couldn't find my Buckeyes hat that I normally wear, so
I get a beanie instead. So, yeah.
It'll keep you warm.
Not too happy about that. Jared, it is 89 degrees outside today. I don't think I need to be kept warm.
Oh.
But so there's that, yeah. Fairmont won for the first time
Since 19.
since 2019, so that's like 6 years. And
Second time in 21 years.
I think the wildest storyline coming out of Dayton local high school football before we really get into the show is the fact that I mean, we'll have to go back and find this just so we have the number. How long has it been since Centerville has started out 0-4?
I'll have to look at that and I'll let you know.
Because that's pretty wild.
I don't think I've ever seen it in my lifetime.
Yeah, so we'll have to go back and check some record books, see when the last time that happened was. But so that being said, here on the show today, we're going to talk a little bit of baseball. We're going to try to get through that very quickly. And then we got some college football to catch up on last week. And then we will talk about the ranked games coming up. And then the NFL. We got to talk about both, last week's games and this week and the upcoming games. And then we'll also talk about the Joe Burrow injury. There's a lot of quarterbacks going down early this year.
I saw that the last 2 weeks.
Jayden Daniels is banged up. I don't even remember what it was, but he looking like he's going to miss a little bit of time maybe.
Or it could be his ankle again.
J.J. McCarthy, he's down for some time. He got hurt too.
Yeah, 3 weeks I think is what they're saying.
So, yeah, and then I think everyone knows about the Burrow one. He's getting surgery on turf toe. He's going to be out 3 months minimum. I guess good thing that the Bengals were able to get off to that hot start finally. 2-0. You got building yourself a little bit of a cushion before really get into the tough part of the schedule. So we'll talk about all that and more on this week's episode. That being said, I guess we're going to start out in Major League Baseball.
Baseball, yeah. The Reds they're still, well, I guess I can say the Mets were still keeping the Reds in it. After that game we went to, that was 2 Saturdays ago?
Something like that, yeah.
The Mets ended up going on a 9-game losing streak that literally brought everybody back into it. The Diamondbacks, the Reds, and the Giants are all now within 3 games of the Mets for the last wild card spot.
And it's just so crazy.
I know, Arizona, we thought like they'd be done. They got rid of Suarez. They got rid of
Naylor. They traded away a pitcher or two. A couple of guys out of the pen, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought they were done. There was no chance that they were going to even keep it above 500, I said. But here they are, 2 games above 500, and actually they're a game and a half back with the Mets, and they're the closest one.
Yeah. I really do think it's over for the Reds at this point. I mean, they'd have to win virtually every game. Maybe you could drop one, but there's no room for error. And so I guess maybe you're just looking forward to next season, get some of these young guys. Sal Stewart, continue to get him some at-bats. He's looked very, very promising here early. I'm very excited about what we've gotten out of him.
Another home run last night.
Yeah, he's been launching them. And that's something that the Reds really need. That's something that we really, really need, is just a guy who can put the ball over the fence. And then it's one of those things where we got guys that can do that. We got dudes with some talent that can put the ball over the fence. And I feel like if we got one guy who's like doing it a lot, and then it's like you got to maybe try and pitch around him, and then, it maybe opens up an opportunity for other guys to get better chances with guys in scoring position and whatnot, and then you get lucky on one, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, because you have one big time slugger, maybe you're having 3, 4, 5 guys on the team that are hitting a few extra home runs because there's a little less pressure. It's not like every at bat is the most important. Obviously, you're not trying to give away any at bats, but if you have a guy that is a run manufacturer, and it's just, you kind of know when he's in the game, you got a chance to get a big hit at any moment. It kind of relaxes things on other guys, and then if there's not as much pressure on them, then maybe it's easier for them to succeed. And if it's so early for Sal Stewart, so I don't want to put a lot of super big expectations on him or anything.
But
with Marte, how he's played, and he's cooled down a little bit, but with how he's played this season, you add in a Sal Stewart that can maybe have some power. Ellie, I don't know what's going on with him right now. He just hasn't hit a home run in God knows how long. It's going on 80 games or something at this point.
July, I think.
I know we said this about this year, but I truly think that with maybe an ad or two, if we can hang on to Andujar, because he has been fantastic against, is it lefties or is it righties? Maybe it's righties.
I think it's righties.
Over the last 2 years. If we find a way to hang on to him for cheap, I would love that. Pitching staff can stay healthy. We go and we get an extra arm or two in the bullpen. 2026 might be the year that the Reds are able to make it back to the playoffs and do something crazy. So it feels like it's over at this point, especially when you look at how the season ends. One more in St. Louis, and last time I checked, we were up 3-0 there.
I was about to say, we got to be, there's only like a handful of games left.
3-1 rather. Yeah,
3-1.
And then Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Milwaukee to end the season.
Ooh.
But hey, even I really, really need the Reds to do like some soul searching in this last 10 games and find a way to win all 3 of these series. Because even if you don't get into the playoffs, I think it's a very long shot. But if you find a way to, or maybe you don't win the Cubs series, but you split it, and then you beat Pittsburgh, and then if you can also beat Milwaukee, the Reds right now are on the verge of winning the St. Louis series. You would be winning to end the season 4 straight series against your division in which you have struggled against very mightily over the last few years. It could do something very good mentally for this team if going into the offseason, even with no playoffs, you said, you can at least tell yourself, at least until you play them next year, and then things maybe go bad. You can at least tell yourself for the offseason, we kind of slayed that dragon. Right? The Reds have done that a couple times this year. Broken and I joke when I call it a curse or a dragon, but broken the curse of not being able to win series after losing the first,
Game 1.
One of the first 2 games. Things that like the Reds has really struggled with, and they were able to break. That was a big one.
Winning games after trailing after 7 innings.
Yeah, there you go. It'd been a while since they had done that. They're starting to do it. Kind of in the second half of the season. Seeing some more fight in the offense, be able to maybe dig the team out of a couple of holes here and there. So, at least if you can maybe go into the offseason on a high note and, just maybe you can come out next year, have a really good April, and then be on the fast track to maybe doing something special. Because, man, Cincinnati is a different city when the Reds are good. And we've seen it a little bit in the last few years just because of the excitement that Ellie and a lot of these young guys bring. Like,
Sal Stewart. I thought you were
It could be, like, 2026 could be really fun, but it's going to take some injury luck, and pitching is still going to have to be great. You're going to have to go and make a transaction or two, and you're just going to have to continue to hope and believe that these young guys can come up big in some big spots. And as of now, 3-1 still, top of the 5th with 2 outs. We got men on first and second. Spencer Steer with a 3-run homer in the 4th to put the Reds on top as of now. So there is that.
I guess we can talk about the American League real quick. Right now, the Yankees are up 2 games on the two games overall over the last wild card. Astros are half a game. Boston holds the final one, and then Cleveland 2.5 back, and Texas 3.5 back. I could say that's probably locked up for the American League side as well.
Yeah, the Guardians just a little too far. Texas, they've had some big wins that, helped the Reds out. They were part of the, they were one of the teams that was beaten up on the Mets a few days ago. They lost one of those games, but then
I think it was the last game.
But then they won. It looks like it was the first one.
Oh, was it the first one? Okay.
Or maybe no. I think this is reverse chronological, so I think you're right. So yeah, they won the first 2, and then lost the last one. Thanks for trying, Rangers. We need all the help we could get, but it just seems like 2025 isn't the year. But hey, I'm glad I didn't forget this. I like the fact, bases loaded now. I like the fact that Andrew Abbott, in his last start, looked really good because he's had a knack of wearing down at the end of seasons. He's so young, he hasn't pitched a ton of innings, and so just, lengthening that arm, being able to throw more innings throughout the season. He looked really good in his last outing, so need more of that. He's at 156. So I'm thinking he'll get 2 more starts. Maybe that'll get him up to 170-ish, and then maybe next year we can get him to 200. That'd be great to have some elite pitching that has the ability to go, long innings. And he's not a guy that overpowers you, so it's not like, he's not throwing 100 often. So he never throws 100. But it's not like he's throwing gas, and so he's wearing down because of that. He's just not used to throwing a full MLB season's worth of starts. So,
right.
I mean, he reached his career high in starts a month ago.
Dang.
Hang on. His career high in starts. Okay, not a month ago. He had 25 starts last year in 138 innings. So now he's got 27 starts, and so it was a couple weeks ago, I guess. But now he's got 27 starts, and he's thrown 18 more innings. So not only does he have more starts, but he's also throwing, a little bit longer in those starts. So love seeing that. And it's still kind of the same story. He's been absolutely elite the first half of the season, and then the ERA is kind of inflated. Yes, the ERA is kind of inflated, and he's still pitching to a 288. Andrew Abbott's a dog. I love that guy. So I hope the Reds are able to continue to hang on to him and just add a little bit around the edges. Mm-hmm. This team could be special.
You think back, looking forward to next year, you're going to have Chase Burns coming back. You're going to have...
hopefully Louder
coming back. Is there another one I'm missing?
I
don't think so.
Well, but then, there's bullpen guys that are expected to be a year older, like Big Sugar Zach Maxwell. That's his nickname.
I was wondering, who are you talking about?
And Big Sugar, yep. There's guys like him that, he's gotten some experience this year. He'll get more. My man Lyon Richardson, that I'm a fan of, but he struggled at times this year. Luis May, who's got absolute gas, just still working on the control. If those guys can take a step forward and the Reds go and get an extra reliever or 2, this pitching staff could just be nails from top to bottom. And then Matt McLain just regressing to the mean is adding another really good player. And I think he will, at very minimum, regress to the mean and not be as bad as what he's been this year. So,
I hope not.
And if he gets back to being Matt McLain, then oh crap, you just added a star player without adding to the payroll. Mm-hmm. And that's huge. So
it'll be interesting to see how the lineup goes next year because, you potentially, Sal Stewart could stay up and stay starting. You'll have Ellie, McLain, Marte probably, Steer. I mean, it's going to be figuring out who. I mean, you're going to be batting ninth, but it's like if you have 7 good batters, ninth isn't really going to be that bad.
Well, and I love Spencer Steer at first base. He's a great defensive first baseman. He's gotten the pop has come back a little bit as the season's gone. I think he's up to like 17-ish home runs. He's kind of it's coming back. He hasn't been the Spencer Steer that we had in 2023, but it has gotten a little bit better. Yeah, 17 home runs.
Is that including today's?
Oh no, 18 home runs. There you go. But if there's no way that Sal Stewart can play in the outfield, but if his bat works, put him at first and move Spencer Steer to the outfield. Like. As long as he's at least good defensively, and from all accounts he's been at least good defensively, and then you don't really need to go and get an outfield bat because then you fix the corners with Marte and Steer, and then you have Friedel in the middle, and hope to God he can find a way to get faster. He's a fine defensive center fielder. I just don't know where all of his speed went. He was a lot faster 2 years ago. And then, like, Hayes, I got a feeling he's going to continue to be a lot better, like he has in the second half of the season. I mean, for the Reds, he's hitting 254 with 3 homers and 6 doubles. I mean, he's not out of this world, but, and 14 walks, right? Yeah, with 14 walks. I mean, his on-base percentage is 327. I don't know. I don't know the stats like that. A good on-base percentage, now this is Google's AI, is generally considered to be 330 or higher, with 360 or and higher being above average, and anything above 400 is considered elite. So it's just a hair under what is considered good on base percentage, and he's the best damn third baseman in the whole league. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that. Give me that all the time. So, just this team can take a huge step forward next year because third base was a big problem until we got him. And then even the first game, it was a big problem. I was like, did we really just trade for this guy?
Yeah, worse.
And I've watched him his whole career. He's been amazing. I like him. But he scared me in that first game because he let a couple go. But since then, he's been nothing but spectacular over there on the third base side. Great move there.
All right.
So I think that does it for baseball.
All right.
Moving on over to college football then.
With college football now, get rid of that. Let's see, ranking. Let's bring in the rankings. I don't think anything changed at the top. No. Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Miami.
So I gotta wonder, how did you feel about that Ohio State game? Because I didn't watch any of it, but
I didn't watch any of it either.
Oh, okay.
I was in the hospital.
That's right.
Yeah. I was watching the score and I was getting pissed off. But I mean, we pulled it out. I guess that's all I can say.
Insane was really efficient, but this is not a team. I mean, you just look. Indiana State lost to Indiana 73-0.
Mm-hmm. Well, they play basketball.
Ohio State lost to Ohio. Ohio State beat Ohio 37-9. And just, a lot of these scores are super lopsided and the Buckeyes isn't. So I don't know. Is it cause for concern? I would say maybe a little bit, because I feel like you should have rolled that team. Really rolled them. Obviously you killed them. You still won by 30, but I feel like it should have been a lot worse. I'm a little concerned, and I'm not a Buckeye fan. I'm a little concerned for the Buckeyes on if Julian Sayin is actually that dude. And people would be like, what are you talking about? He only had 7 incompletions. He threw for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yes, but that's against Ohio. That is a MAC team. No offense to the MAC, but that is a MAC school. I mean, shoot, let me go and look at Ohio's what they've already had this year.
Ohio beat West Virginia the week before,
And
West Virginia
so
just
maybe
beat
so
Pitt.
maybe Ohio's okay. Maybe Ohio's okay, but still, I feel like it should have been worse than that.
Yeah.
Because Ohio also barely lost to Rutgers. So go Ohio. They might be
Making the MAC better.
the team to beat in the MAC. Penn State murdered Villanova. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that Villanova had a football team.
I did not until I was looking at the spreads, and I was like, oh. Let's see. LSU dominated Florida in the second half.
Yeah. Did you see Chip Kelly go off on the reporter?
Did you see Chip Kelly get blown up on the sideline?
No.
He's running down the sideline trying to call a timeout before the half ends.
Someone runs into him.
And this guy's getting blocked into him. And it just is hilarious. I'll put it in post.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the offense kind of struggled, right? Because they were only able to muster 20 points, and hang on. I mean, Florida is not really a great team.
No. They lost to USF when they should have beat them by, I think they were favored by 20 and a half
They
points.
only had 320 total yards, and that's not like a terrible game, but a team like LSU, very high-powered offense, all those dudes, I mean, they're wide receiver U. It's like kind of close between Ohio State and LSU, but it's like Ohio State has more really good wide receivers, but LSU's are like the best in the freaking league, right? LSU has 4 of the top 10 wide receivers in the NFL. The other 6 might all be Ohio State guys, and they're not. But there's a bunch of Ohio State guys up there. But it's like 4, so specifically 4 of the top 6 just about are LSU guys.
Yeah.
And 1 and 2 are specifically LSU guys when you talk about Chase and Jefferson. But it's close between wide receiver U and wide receiver U2. Ohio State is a close second. But, all these dudes, like, at least, I guarantee you, 2 of these guys, either Aaron Anderson, and I would assume he's going to be one of them, and Bauer Sharp, or Xavier Thomas, Barryon Brown, at least 2 of those guys are going to be good, really good NFL wide receivers. They got Garrett Nussmeier, who's one of the best passers in the league in college football. He's going to be a first-round pick. Everyone knows that already. The offense should have done better. And the reporter asked Chip Kelly, was like, what did you see out there? And Chip, he was like, well, so what are you seeing wrong with your offense? Or something to that. And Chip lost it. I kind of understand. He's like, we're playing to win the game. We won the game. That's the important part. But also, it's like, it feels like there should have been better execution at certain points. I only watched a chunk of the game, and I was kind of like, how is this score not different? So I guess shout out to the Florida defense. They did a good job picking up stops at certain points. But
Right. Just Florida's offense and DJ Lagley, they just couldn't get anything going.
I mean, he had 300 passing yards, but almost. But I don't know. It's just not quite good enough. Oregon and
Northwestern,
yeah, they put the smack down on them, but I expected Oregon to do better. I got a feeling if they don't kick it into a higher gear, they won't have that 4 ranking very long.
Well, no, they dropped down to 6
Well, regardless.
in the new ranking, but yeah.
Regardless, I could see him maybe falling out of the top 10. This might be a kind of middling year for them. They'll still be really good, but they're not going to be top of the Big Ten. I mean, top echelon, but not top 2, top 3, it seems like this year. I could still be wrong about that, but
USF got brought back down to earth after playing Miami this week, losing 49-12.
yeah, I needed them to play a lot better.
Yeah, they just looked horrible. Couldn't really get anything going, or then a penalty would take them, wipe their momentum out. It's just a lot of mistakes there on the coaching, or not coaching staff, but on the Bulls. They just had a lot of mental mistakes. What could have been the best game of the week, and I could potentially put it already as the game of the year.
it was a good one.
The way Tennessee started, I thought Tennessee was just going to run away with this one. Scored on their first 3 possessions, they were stopping Georgia, and it's like, oh my God, I've never seen Georgia look so bad. Is Kirby Smart going to really get embarrassed this badly? Nope. Kirby Smart made the halftime adjustments, and Georgia came back and won in overtime.
Well, and they were able to, you say the halftime adjustments, which is correct, but also, something happened there at the end of the first quarter that kind of flipped momentum. Georgia was able to get a touchdown, and then was that maybe when Joey Aguilar threw one of his picks towards the end of the first? Because, like you said, they were in full control, and then, so no, it wasn't a pick, but Georgia was able to score their touchdown, and then wait a minute, hang on.
Let's see, because Georgia got the ball and went down right and scored. I think Tennessee went for it on fourth down at the end of the first quarter and got stopped. Let me pull up, not the box score, the play.
It was at the start of the second. Well, I don't know. I guess because I watched most of the game, but I was also doing other stuff. Georgia just kind of they were able to work their way back into it. That's right. Georgia went for it and they turned it over on downs, like deep in their own territory, right? Yeah, at the Georgia 32, and then that caused a quick. Or wait a minute. That was the wrong play. Okay, sorry. It's reading how this is here on ESPN had me a little confused. Yeah, so they went for it on fourth down and they turned it over on their own 32. That caused the quick 21 to 7, and then Georgia was able to get something going on that next drive. And then they turned it over the drive after that, and they were able to get a stop. Forced a punt, so they were just able to slow them down a little bit. And Georgia's got so many good players.
They had 3/4 of them are in the National Football League.
Yeah, just about. So eventually the talent kind of catches up, and finally, also Georgia, they got a couple of good wide receivers out there now. It's not just who was it? Dylan Bell last year. He was kind of, right? No. Yeah, Dylan Bell. He was kind of all alone a little bit last year. They needed a lot more help, and Colby Young transferred in from, I don't remember, but he was a transfer. And then I think maybe Zachariah Branch as well. Both came in, and they, huge pickups for them. And then Oscar Delp. That is, I think his older brother played for Georgia a few years ago.
What was his name again?
Oscar Delp. Because the last name is familiar. I don't think he's the first guy.
Henry Delp played last year with Georgia. That's the only other one that's coming up.
Well, I don't know that name either, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, so Georgia kind of looks like they could very well play Tennessee in the SEC championship game, and hopefully we can get another game like that again.
And dude, I've never been a Gunnar Stockton guy. He looked good.
He did, yes.
Like
he had every opportunity to just come apart when they were down 21-7, and it just didn't look good for him. And he led the comeback, and especially on that game-tying drive to tie it to force overtime, or to take the lead. Sorry, because Tennessee ended up forcing overtime with a long field goal. So yeah, the game of the week and potentially game of the year, I would say. Texas.
No. Tennessee missed the game-winning field goal.
That's right. Tennessee had a shot to win it in regulation, and that guy. And the people were saying, the false start caused him to miss the extra or the field goal because they pushed him back 5 yards. The thing was 30 yards to the right. That 5 yards backwards did not help adjust that.
Yeah, but nah, because you're ready to kick it from here, and then it just gets you off because it was almost like icing in a way, because you're ready to kick it, and then now I got to kind of reset the mind. So I totally get that. And then the kid nailed the next one in overtime, killed it, and it was the same distance. It was a 43-yarder. So it was 42. So it was close, very close to the same. And he nailed it right down the middle. So I get that. It's not like he couldn't hit it. He just, the moment kind of got to him. And then there was a lot less pressure on the second one because it wasn't a game winner. So
Texas beats UTEP 27-10. Arch does not look good.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of struggle there. And you just got to wonder, is it like there's so much pressure on him because you're a Manning, that it's just like, he just needed someone, maybe one of his uncles, to be like, hey, dude, I get it. You got a big name, but, like, just go be you.
Right.
Like, I'm not sure. I feel like that's just it. Everyone could be wrong, and that it's kind of like a Dion thing where, like, everyone just loves Peyton and Eli and stuff, so they don't want to tell him that, hey, he's not actually that good.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't feel like that's the case.
I'm hoping not. So hopefully they can get it right. He can get big bounce back game for him against this weekend Sam Houston. Notre Dame fall to 0-2. Playoff chances are on ice because they're dead. They're in the morgue. A&M had a heck of a comeback, though.
Just about, especially if, like, I want Boise State to beat them in a week or so.
Well, they play USC later on this year, and USC and Lincoln Riley are actually looking pretty good this year. So
I have to wait and see until they...
That is true. Let's see them play an actual, not Purdue and not New Mexico State.
Yeah. A couple of other huge upsets. Vanderbilt takes down the Gamecocks.
Not just takes them down, shit, they murder them.
31-7.
God.
And then,
my upset of the week.
man, I had a lot of hope for Dabo and the Tigers this year. Now 1-2 on the season, go down to Georgia Tech. And man, I felt like there was a chance. I was just believing in my pick that defense was going to show up and they were going to play really well. And they didn't play awful, but man, Haynes King and that, whatever offense they run, I don't know what it is, but they run the ball a lot and it's effective.
Let's see if they haven't.
He was 20 for 28 passing with 211 yards and then ran the ball 25 times for a score. And they were able to do enough. Man, what a weekend in college football.
I don't think that was really the major upset. Oklahoma has to go on the road to destroy Temple. Normally that...
Well, the Vanderbilt, that was the big one.
Yeah. Ole Miss and Arkansas were in a shootout in a back-and-forth game. Bryce Underwood and the Wolverines bounced back against Central Michigan. Looks good. That game against Oklahoma, Oklahoma's defense did make him look like a true freshman. Just had him out there all confused and everything.
Hey, man, Brent Venables got a guy that can call some plays on offense, and he is just...
And then he can focus on defense.
He is a defensive fiend. That guy scares me. I love Brent Venables, though, as long as he's on your side.
That does it, really, for any of the big games, or all of them. I mean...
Ty Simpson looked good up in... Or I guess, no, that was down in Alabama, right? Yeah, down in Alabama. With 24 for 29, so only 5 incompletions for 382 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Luke Fickell might be done in Wisconsin.
Well, they're 2-1. I mean, I get it. They probably haven't played anybody yet, but Miami of Ohio and Middle Tennessee. But then we'll see what happens in the next 3 weeks because they got Maryland, which I'm assuming they should win, and then big one against Michigan and Iowa. After that, the Buckeyes and Oregon. So I guess we'll see after that.
All right, that does it for the recap. Now it's time for some picks for this week. We'll start it off. Texas Tech, number 17 Texas Tech at number 16 Utah. Utes are getting
3.5.
3.5. Or sorry, Texas Tech is getting 3.5.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Utah.
I'm going to do the same. That's a tough one, but I just got a little bit of faith in them. Tennessee bouncing back against UAB.
Oh, yes.
Minus 39.5.
That's a lot of points, but if Aguilar is on, he is on.
Yeah, I might take those points. Oregon State versus Oregon.
You could probably double those points for Oregon and they'll still win.
I don't know if I would go that.
No. But I would take Oregon minus the points. Kent State and Florida
I'm going to
State.
go Oregon, but I think it's actually going to be close.
Kent State at Florida State. Florida State minus 44.5.
How do you get that scheduling agreement?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, our guys want a mid-season vacation, so we're going to come down to Tallahassee.
Right. Still warm down there. 22 Auburn at number 11 Oklahoma. This game, Auburn getting 6.5 on the road.
I would take the 6.5. John Mateer, man. You give John Mateer a good defense, and you're going to have some issues. And Oklahoma might be a sneaky team this year.
Tulane at number 13 Ole Miss. Ole Miss minus 10.5. Lane Kiffin just keeps you. He wins the games. I mean, what should be blowouts, they aren't, and then what should be closer, Lane Kiffin is so hard to read.
I'm going to go Tulane. I might totally read that one wrong, but I'm going Tulane. A green wave.
21 Michigan at Nebraska. Michigan minus 2.5. Michigan without their coach, though, serving his second game of his 2-game suspension.
I'm going to go Michigan, but I would not be shocked if they lost that. Matt Rule.
I'm going with Matt Rule. He's year 3 Matt Rule. Baylor, I think they went to what bowl? They went to a New Year's Six bowl. Year 3 at, where did he go into the NFL? Carolina.
They still weren't good.
No.
But no, I get it. I'm a big Matt Rule guy. I'm just gonna say I think Michigan is gonna be really good this year. So I think in order for that to continue to happen, can't start out 2-2.
No. Purdue at Notre Dame. I would love to pick Purdue and just Notre Dame start 0-3 and just burn South Bend to the ground, but Purdue can't do it.
Yeah, I'm picking
sorry.
Notre Dame partially because I need them to win this week so they can lose next week to Boise.
There you go. Temple at 18, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech minus 23.5. I'll stay on the Haynes Keene train.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely Georgia Tech.
South Carolina at Missouri. Missouri 9.5. Yep. Take the Mizzou Tigers.
I guess I'll go with Mizzou. That's crazy. 9.5. I would take
South Carolina plus?
Yeah, plus the points. That just seems wild.
Florida at Miami. This is where College Game Day is this week, and I feel like they messed up. There's a couple ranked matchups that they could have picked.
Yeah, especially because I don't think Florida's that good.
No.
I mean, it'll probably be close because it's kind of like a rivalry game, but I'm going Miami.
Yep. Number 9, Illinois, and number 19, Indiana. Indiana 5.5.
Get tickets as low as $151. That's wild.
I've been to Bloomington. I've been to that stadium. There's not a seat in there worth $151. But I am going to take Indiana with an upset. I don't know if you really call it an upset when they're -5.5, but I mean, ranking wise.
Yeah. I'll take Illinois. I've heard a lot of people say that they think that they're gonna be really dangerous this year. And Indiana didn't really play a lot of defense last year, so.
Georgia State at Vandy. Vandy -27.5, going from unranked to ranked.
Not just unranked and to the top 20.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure Georgia Tech did the same thing. They were unranked and they're all the way up at 18.
Oh, damn. Well,
Huge jump.
Yeah. I'm going Vandy.
Yes.
Southeastern Louisiana against LSU. So what is like LSU right here in Southeastern is just a little bit
To the
more
east,
closer to Baton Rouge.
I guess.
I don't even have a point spread on this one. Do we want to make one up? I'll go LSU -50.5.
I go LSU -55.5. But you have a little bit better odds. If they would even give them, they'd be like, no.
Sam Houston at Texas.
Sam Houston is yet to win a game this season. It is not going to be
No.
Saturday.
But Texas has been struggling. They have not covered the spread in any game this season. So I could take Sam Houston plus the points.
And their running game has really struggled too because Arch Manning is their leading rusher with 23 carries for 112 yards.
I'm definitely taking Sam Houston plus the points. Last ranked matchup, Michigan State at USC. Another one of let's just take a nice vacation halfway through the first month of college football. I'm going USC.
I'll go USC, but it's not like Michigan State. They're also 3-0.
They finally turned it around.
Another one of those. I'm sure they're just playing cupcakes, but Western Michigan, Boston College, Youngstown.
Yep.
And they almost lost to Boston College, and they gave up 24 points to Youngstown.
I think Boston College went into overtime, if I'm right.
Doesn't say. Yeah, double overtime.
Double overtime? Oh,
wow.
jeez. And then other ones I have wrote down. Iowa at Rutgers. Kirk Ferentz, shout out. Now the winningest Big Ten coach in history, passing Woody Hayes last week with his win over. Oh crap! Who did Iowa play last week? Well, it went away. Where the hell? Massachusetts. Oh, God, they did it in dominating fashion. Hey, Iowa, they fired Kirk Ferentz's son as offensive coordinator, and they're putting up points this year. But yeah, I'm going to take Iowa. Rutgers, Rutgers is... I barely acknowledge them as a basketball school. I'm not going to acknowledge them as a football school.
Yes, I agree.
SMU at TCU. SMU comes in 2-1, TCU 3-0. I'm going to stick with the Horned Frogs.
You said what were the records?
2-1 for SMU. TCU is 3-0.
And what's the spread?
Oh, damn it, Andy. Hold on.
I'll just pick TCU. I've heard they're having a good start.
North Carolina at UCF. UCF getting 6.5 on this one over Bill Belichick.
You know, and I thought that they were going to be good. And, I mean, what's their record now?
2-1.
2-1.
But I think that's another case of playing cupcakes. 23 win over Charlotte, 41-6 win over Richmond. Has a football team? Did not know that.
I guess I'm going to pick UCF.
Yeah,
That's so
I want to
crazy,
see Bill be good at college, but it's just not looking good for him. West Virginia at Kansas, Big 12 showdown. West Virginia coming off that. Backyard brawl?
I'll pick.
You gonna pick Bill?
Yeah, I'll pick Bill. I just looked at who UCF has played, and
Who have they played?
They beat Jacksonville State 17-10. It should have been worse than that, and then they beat, I think it was North Carolina A&T 68-7. But that first one doesn't give me a lot
hell
of.
with that. No,
It doesn't
Screw
give me
you.
a lot of.
I'm
hope.
taking the genius in Chapel Blue. West Virginia at Kansas. West Virginia coming off that big win in the backyard brawl with Pitt. I'm gonna take the Mountaineers. Don't let me down, Pat McAfee. Get your team hyped up.
Hang on, let me bounce over there.
Kansas is 2-1 on the year. They're getting Kansas minus 13.5. They're coming off a 42-31 loss at Mizzou in the.
Oh, and they still got Jalen Daniels. I'll pick Kansas.
Boise State at Air Force.
Boise.
I know, I don't have to ask. And then Arizona State and Baylor. 2-1 teams. Baylor minus 2.5 at home. Baylor had that 14-point loss. They upset SMU 2 weeks ago. I'm going to pick Baylor.
Sure.
All right, we'll see how week 3 does with that. Next week, I have every week so far. I'll add up all the points later and see where we come in next week. I guess we're ready for the NFL. Anywhere you want to start in particular with the NFL? Come here.
I don't necessarily think so. I said the Packers are my NFC Super Bowl pick, and I'm feeling extraordinarily confident about that. They're dangerous, man. That defense is nasty.
Yes, dominating win over Washington last week on Thursday night. Recap last week, we both went 13-3.
What were our differences?
You picked Seattle and I picked Pittsburgh. Seattle won that one. I picked Indy and you picked Denver. Those are our only 2 games different.
Yep.
Which we'll talk about the Colts because I've got graphics. I'll have to send it to you so you can see it because I can't show it, but it is funny.
So okay, I guess we can start with the first game of Sunday, which on the list I have is the Bengals.
It should come up as the same, so.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Well, I guess maybe the Bengals without Joe Burrow.
I'm going to say Jake Browning and the Bengals.
We're able to pick up a big win in week 2. Joe Burrow goes down with turf toe. Will be out for 3 months. Is having surgery, and hopefully he can return at the end of the season. But he went down in the middle of the first quarter, and Jake Browning was able to do enough to engineer a victory for the Bengals. Defense stepped up, still gave up 27 points, but defense stepped up in a couple of crucial times, came away with a couple of big picks. Sometimes you just get lucky, and it felt like that a couple of times. It felt like that a lot on defense so far this year because I think all 4 of the interceptions that the Bengals have through 2 weeks have all been tipped and into an interception or like just a really bad miscommunication between a wide receiver and the quarterback and stuff like that. And the Bengals should have had another interception, but somebody, it might have been Geno Stone, dropped it. I don't exactly remember, but someone else dropped another pick. Jake Browning ended up throwing 3 interceptions of his own. So it was kind of ugly at times, but he wasn't expecting to come in and play.
Right. I mean, there's a chance, like, quarterback goes down late in the second quarter, it's like, okay, I can prepare at halftime and all that. Not you just sitting there on the bench and it's like, look, you're going in.
Yeah. So he completed 21 of 32, so that's 60-ish%. For 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks.
As long as he keeps throwing it to Jamar Chase the rest of the year, I don't care.
Yeah, that
Start 2-0 in fantasy.
It's gonna kill everyone else in fantasy. Jamar, 14 for a $165 and a touchdown. How many fantasy points is that?
30. He had me 30.
It's 36 at least.
Maybe it's 30 the last I had saw.
And I think he even. Okay, so I guess he didn't run it because he does from time to time. Yeah, it's got to be like at least 36 because he had the touchdown. He had a heck of a day. T. Higgins didn't have a great day, but 3 catches for 56 and a touchdown. Had the one where the 2 defenders kind of both tried to tackle him at the same time. They like both ran into him and kind of ran into him from different angles, kind of forced him to stay up, and he's able to trot into the end zone. So love seeing that. Noah Fant has been active early.
36.5.
Yeah, there you go. Noah Fant has been active early.
I completely forgot that the Bengals picked him up until I was walking by the TV at work because we have like 13 Bengals fans there, so they all huddle around and watch the TV. And I heard him say touchdown Fant, and I turned around. It's like, real? I forgot he went there.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I'm a big Noah Fant guy.
Yeah.
Most people know I'm a big tight end guy. The third touchdown pass was to Mitchell Tinsley, and well, it was actually Browning's second, I think. It might have been Browning's first. Regardless, doesn't matter. I love me some Mitch Tinsley. He had a couple of big touchdown catches in the preseason game against the Commanders, and I say big touchdown catches because, like, they were spectacular plays. It's not. I mean, it's fantasy, so it's not like it matters that much. But he's a guy I could see his role growing a little bit. He is able to make some fantastic athletic moves and whatnot, so I like him a lot. How much usage is he really going to get? I don't know, considering, I mean, the top 5 targets is going to be, at least in my opinion, Fant, Gesicki, Brown, and then Higgins and Chase. So, I mean, there's a logjam in front of him, but I think I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up having 6-7 touchdowns at the end of the season, and he's able to make some big plays here or there. Like him a lot. Travis Hunter didn't look great. As a Ashton Genty stan, I'm kind of like, was it really worth trading up for him? But anyways, Jamar Chase kind of made him look like a rookie a couple of times, and then he also didn't have a good day receiving. It's not like it was awful, but
and see on the defense,
22. Oh. You're good. He dropped. Well, I guess I don't know if it's dropped. He was targeted 6 times, only came away with 3 catches for 22 yards. He did play a lot of snaps, and he had to because one of their starting corners went down early.
That's what I was about to say. He was kind of put into the. Like, he plays backup corner, and he had to come in and start. I did hear that. I think it was early on in the game, too.
Yeah, it was in the first quarter, I think. So he is Jerrion Jones. So he had to play a lot more than what they were kind of expecting him to on the defensive end. And he got exposed a little bit. It's not like let me go check his PFF grade.
But on the other side, Lawrence, 24th, 42, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I don't know. And then I saw there's a video I saw online where Coach Liam Cohen was sitting there. You can see he's talking into the microphone and looking right at Lawrence, and Lawrence kind of just shrugs him off and throws a hand in the way, like to shrug him off, and it's like, This is where a rookie head coach and a quarterback who's been there for, how long has he been in the league now? 5 years, 6 years?
I'm not sure.
But he's just never had a successful string of coaching with him, so there's just growing pains, and you could definitely see it on that side.
Yeah, and I don't think that's really anything. He's just, it might have just been one of those situations. I don't know if you've ever heard, you've seen the mic'd up situation where I think it was Matt Stafford was in the huddle, and Sean McVay, he's talking to him, and at one point he's like, I got it, Sean. Okay. Like Sean just kept giving him more and more information. He's like, cool, and he literally stopped, and he's just like, guys, I'm trying to give you the play, but Sean won't stop.
No,
Like,
I hadn't seen that.
I can't hear. It's kind of funny, but it might have been one of those situations where Liam's just talking to him, and he's like, dude, let me think. Give me a minute, type deals. I don't think it was really anything. So. On the other hand, looking at Travis Hunter's PFF grade, it ain't been the greatest so far. It is a 52 overall. That's as a wide receiver. Is there a way I can switch it to? Is there a way I can switch it to corner, considering he plays both ways? I don't know. I would be interested to seeing that as well.
Let's see if I can. I cannot find it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It looks like I can't do that, but
You should be allowed to since they're playing two positions.
yeah, whatever. Not the greatest start in the world for him,
No.
but as long as I think he can be a good player, it's just got to be one position. It can't be two ways. It's not possible for the human body to deal with that many snaps
Right.
over long term.
Right. I mean, you saw, like Dion, he was kick returner and corner, and he played a little bit of wide receiver when he had to, but I mean, he was strictly mostly defense and then a returner.
Last thing on the Bengals, I felt like maybe they paid him a little too much or whatever, but it's very important that Trey Hendrickson is in the building. I'm pretty sure he got a strip sack, right? And if it wasn't a strip sack, just got a sack, the only sack that we had in the game, I'm pretty sure, yes.
Oh, is that the one at the end that ended it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great player. Yeah, it looks like it wasn't a strip sack because I'm not seeing any fumbles anywhere on either side. But no, lost fumbles. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence lost a fumble. So yeah.
But yeah, he's got to be on there to make plays on the team because he's a difference maker.
Yeah, 2 sacks through 2 games. So hey, just keep doing that, my friend. And I don't know where you'll be next season, but I'll be a happy camper the rest of the way.
Never would I thought that I would have said Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson were in a shootout, but they were.
Back and forth. There was 6 touchdowns scored in the last 10 minutes or something?
Something insane like that, yeah. Brendan Audrey drilled a 64-yarder to force overtime. That thing looked like it could have been good from 75. I mean, he hit the back of the net with ease with that kick. It's like, geez. So, and then he hit, I think it was almost a 58 to win it in overtime. So, Brendan Audrey fans are probably happy on fantasy.
Yeah, I got a couple of huge kicks from him right there. The Lions.
Fucking God
They
damn
looked
it.
like the Lions.
One time I had Jared Goff on my fucking bench. I didn't need it, so I mean, I guess I didn't want to embarrass Sam that much, but if Jamar didn't have that game, it would have been a whole lot closer.
He threw for he threw 23 of 28, 5 incompletions for 334 yards and 5 touchdowns. 3 of them directly to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who ended the day with 9 catches, $115.
The third of his catches were touchdowns.
And yes, and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery split the workload with 12 and 11 carries, respectively, 94 yards, 57 yards, a touchdown apiece, respectively. Jamison Williams also had a huge 64-yard touchdown catch. Help him finish with 2 catches for $108. So both of his catches were huge. One of them was for 64, and the other one was for 44.
Jeez.
Yeah, that guy's got some afterburners. I guess the Lions are okay without
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. And huge shout out to Ben Johnson, because one of the reporters after the game asked him about, did Dan Campbell really need to run it up like that? And he was like, dude, he's doing his job. Like, he's not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but he's just playing the game the way he plays the game. So.
Always is. You don't want to run up the score, keep him from scoring.
Yep, and that's pretty much what he said. We needed to be better. So.
Matt Stafford throws for 2 touchdowns in the win over the Titans.
Man, they just need. I feel so bad already for Cam Ward. He just needs some help with some wide receivers that can make some stuff happen, because, like, Calvin Ridley's already had a handful of really bad drops, and that Manor guy, he looks like he's got a lot of promise, but he's so young. They get another year's worth of young prospects. Maybe they can get a wide receiver that's going to be a real stud in the first round, and then I'll be interested to see what Tennessee is doing. But it's going to be a rough season for them.
Mike Vrabel gets his first win as the Patriots coach.
And I thought it was going to come the week before.
I did too.
But yeah,
Drake May looks good. You protect Drake May, he's going to keep you in football games, and they did.
Well, and I think he's one of those, or that they are one of those kind of like dark horse playoff teams. It's all. I think that all because of Vrabel, and I am a big Drake May guy. I do like him a lot. I think he can be very successful. How successful can they be with lacking offensive options? We'll see. But
get in the playoffs, but that's about
maybe. Yeah. So I'd love to see that, and then next year they'll go and they'll get him some more help.
We'll just stay with the former Patriots quarterback. Mac Jones looks decent in relief of Purdy as the Niners.
I was going to say, that's another guy that got hurt. Brock Purdy.
Down the Saints.
Went down, and like you said, Mac Jones throws for 3 touchdowns to 180 yards. And, I don't know how the Niners are going to do without a lot of their top-end talent that they've let walk out the door or that are currently traded. Hurt right now. But,
2-0 on the year, though.
If they can just survive until Ayuk comes back, that'll help them out a lot. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And New Orleans, they might start burning the city. They might bring back the bags.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I feel like they've looked a lot better than what I've expected through 2 games. I would have thought that they were going to get blown out in both of them, and they lost by a touchdown week 1. And I don't even think the Cardinals are good. But I expected like at least 10 points, and then they were close in the Niners game too. So.
Bills, they stay undefeated. Jets dropped to 0-2. Josh Allen, he just 14 of 25. That was not good. 148 yards. 6 carries for 59 yards. So
I think
it's a James Cook day.
I think they just kind of flip a coin before the game starts.
Do we want Allen to do all the running, or do we want Cook?
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter which, because my dad wins either way. He's got both of them.
It's going to be these days. Ray Davis is going to have one good game, and that'll be the one that that'll be the week your dad don't win fantasy.
Right.
So Ray Davis has 180 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, so there you go. The Steelers.
Oh my God, the dumbass mistakes.
So I didn't see all of them, but I saw the big one where Caleb Johnson let the ball, it bounced over his head or whatever through his hand.
It grazed his hand.
Yeah, and then He let it go into the end zone. And here's the problem. I don't know where he came up with this. Even in every, at least from my understanding, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in every iteration of football, now I guess in high school, once it goes into the end zone, it's dead.
Yes.
So you don't have that. But in every iteration of football, you can't just let the kickoff go. You have to go and pick it up, or it's a turnover if the other team goes and gets it. How do you just let it drift into the end zone? Because in college, that's not how it works. It gets kicked, right? It gets kicked into the end zone. They can take it out, right?
They can, yes.
Yeah. So you can't just leave it in the end zone. It's got to bounce out of the end zone or it's live. So that was a huge mistake there. And
Well, even if with the new kickoff rule, even if it lands in the landing zone, but it still goes off of you, it's still
it's
a live ball.
Yeah, you got to go get it. And huge rookie error, rookie mistake.
I bet Mike Tomlin put 10 of his 10.5 shoes up his ass.
Well, and we've seen like a couple of times so far this season where rookie running backs or whatever are returning and they've made the mistake of bringing it out of the end zone or whatever. And it's like, wait a minute. If it goes into the end zone, you get it at the 35. So that means in order to make it worth it, you got to get out past
the
the 35. And so we've seen a couple of times rookies make that mistake, but not make that big of a mistake where they were just like, we just don't have to pay attention to the football. Just let it be free. It will. One of those
I can tell you who's not returning punts or kickoffs this next week for Pittsburgh.
Probably, yeah. Caleb Johnson's probably the guy, and he only got 1 carry last week. I think they were pretty dang mad about it.
Oh, Baltimore bounces back after choking away Week 1. Beats the Browns 41-17. Lamar looked good. 4 passing touchdowns. Let me see what his stats.
Yeah, I really expected for them to murder them. So
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't worse, to be honest.
yeah. Well, maybe not. I mean, 41 points is a lot, but
Did Derek carry 11 carries and only 23 yards?
are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I guess they were beating him so bad. They said, let's
just not.
save him.
Yeah.
Maybe the game of the week in the NFL, Browns and the Colts. Like the Broncos and the Colts.
Get that rally tail going.
Going back and forth.
Yeah.
And the big kicker putting one in at the buzzer, right? Or really close to the buzzer, at least.
No, it was untimed down because of that leverage penalty.
There you go, at the buzzer.
Yeah.
After the buzzer.
The Colts have gotten lucky over the last few years with old, you can say washed-up quarterbacks. We had Phillip Rivers in 2020. I mean, you see his stats there. He took us to the playoffs. Then we went to Carson Wentz.
3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
We were in playoff contention until the last week.
Matt Ryan, 3,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 13 picks.
He got hurt. So, yeah.
It wasn't quite the same.
Yeah. Joe Flacco, next.
1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 picks, 90% passer rating.
And we were one game out from winning and going to the playoffs. And then Daniel Jones. Daniel Indiana Jones has his team at 2-0 on the season. And I'm excited.
Throwing for almost 600 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shane Steichen's got him playing well, and we've seen spurts of Daniel Jones playing well because the Giants made the playoffs a couple of years ago. I think it was
3. It was Dable's
Dable. I almost called him Vrabel, but and Dable's
First year, second
and
year?
Dable's first year, I think it was. Yeah, they made the playoffs, so we've seen him be able to do it for spurts. Can he do it long term? And you guys got a good enough defense, and you guys can keep you in it. Got a great running game. Got a great running game without Daniel Jones. Then you add Daniel Jones, and the guy's a fantastic athlete. He's just never been able to put it together on the passing side.
Colts, first team in NFL history, score on their first 10 possessions to start a season. No punts to start the season through 2 games, too. You know, how many times Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning didn't, they scored on every possession in the game and they didn't have to punt?
One time?
Peyton Manning was one time in 237 starts for the Colts. Daniel Jones, 2 times and 2 starts.
And he's a top 5 quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Right.
So, now he did have a defensive-minded head coach the entire time. So that is a little bit different, considering Shane Steichen is not that. But
yeah, Colts, we're going. I'm taking. Who do we play this week? Where the hell are we at? Cam Ward's gonna need some more help.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's gonna be ugly.
Let's see.
The Chiefs start off 0-2.
Yeah. Taylor Swift. How you feeling about that now? Instead of 22, you're 0-2.
I think I saw a Taylor Swift meme and said, I'm feeling 0-2.
There we go. Falcons. They look good. They look good their first 2 games. Baker just led that incredible game-winning drive with seconds left after Young Hoo Koo, or however the hell you say his name.
Yep.
Missed that extra point, and I think he missed an extra point early on their first touchdown drive, and it's like, this guy who had been automatic, if he's going to start missing, it's like, good Lord, we can just pull somebody off the streets and come in and kick 65-yarders or whatever, because that seems, it's like the 60-yarder now is what a 55-yarder was 10 years ago in the NFL.
Something like that. Yeah, so I guess there's been 3 teams in NFL history that have made the playoffs after starting 0-2.
Oh, good Lord. Is this my trivia question for the week?
Sure. Hang on, I'm trying to verify this. Make sure I got the...
Oh, we were still talking about the Chiefs. Oh, that's right. I jumped ahead while you were still looking at the Chiefs, so we'll go back to them.
Okay, my bad. So it's actually happened a lot more than what I thought. But out of... Wait. Since the NFL merger in 1970, just 43 teams, just 43 of 422 teams made the playoffs after a 0-2 start. That's 10% rate over NFL history.
You said that's make the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder if anybody's ever done it and went to the Super Bowl. I would seem not.
So, okay, I guess last year 3 teams did it. That's kind of wild.
That started 0-2 last year?
Yeah.
I wonder who it was.
Oh, that's the trivia question, I guess.
Oh. Let's see. Denver?
Yes.
Okay.
That is one.
Washington?
No.
Okay.
They got off to a hot start.
Oh, they did. Okay. Green Bay?
No.
Did they start? Okay. Because I knew they lost.
Did get off to a slow start, but it wasn't 0-2.
Houston?
No, did they make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, they won the division.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They didn't have a good year, in my opinion.
Damn. Who else? Was it the Lions?
No, one team is the Lions. They might have started out 10-0 or something.
Oh,
Just close
okay.
to that. One of these teams is notorious for losing big leads.
Oh, Atlanta.
No, Atlanta is not the team.
Losing big leads. I don't know. Oh, Chargers.
No.
Oh.
They do it too, but they've done it 8 times. They have had, here's another crazy stat for you. This team has had 8 times since 2020. It might be 9. I'd have to fact check that again. Either 8 or 9 times since 2020 in which this team has lost a game after they've had a 90% chance to win it.
Oh my God. What the hell?
You're going to kick yourself.
I am. I'm trying to think of who has blown. San Francisco?
No.
Damn. I don't know. I don't want to.
The Ravens.
Damn.
They did it already this season. They did it in week 1. Yeah, who was it? The
Bills.
The Bills. Yeah, they were down 15 with 10 minutes to go?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Bills fans were leaving. Really?
Yeah.
Baltimore started 0-2 last year? Mm-hmm. Damn.
Because they lost a early season game like that. Hang on, let me go find it. And there's one more team. I don't think you've said them.
Pittsburgh.
No.
Damn.
It's the Rams. I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
I'm going to go find that Ravens thing real quick, and you can find another game to talk about real quick.
Let's see. Baker. He's 2 for 2-0 on the year. 2 game-winning drives with under a minute left to go in each game, and both on the road. First time ever in NFL history. So Baker, I tell you, when he went to Tampa, I was happy because he finally found a place that he has good wide receivers and Mike Evans, and whenever Chris Godwin comes back from injury, he will be good again. But, I mean, Emeka Ibuka, shining through. He has 3 touchdowns in 2 games on the year. They've got a decent running game with Bucky Irving, and whenever Todd Bowles wants to send out Ricard White, it's very few and far between anymore. They got a good defense. They got a good younger defense, and Tampa 2-0. They're probably going to win the South because I don't see Carolina and the Saints doing anything. But Atlanta could give them some runs. But I mean, they already got a win over Atlanta in Week 1. So Baker looking good. Houston 0-2. Colts 2-0. There we go. Colts. We're going back to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it might be right with that one. Yeah, so the Ravens lost Week 1 last year to
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Yeah.
That's right, because I feel like I was helping you with a game and we were listening to it on the end of because it was a Thursday night game.
It was a Thursday night game. I don't know if you were helping me because I think Jeff and I left a volleyball game and went and watched it at B-Dubs.
Okay.
I don't think you were with us. I don't know. But then Week 2 they lost to the Raiders. I don't know why I almost said the Vikings, but because Raiders and Vikings are kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
But
Different colors just suck.
yeah. But so yeah, started off 0-2 last year.
And then I guess that's segue in. Chargers, they go to 2-0 on the year. Pete Carroll didn't get a win on his 74th birthday. Oldest coach in the NFL to start a game now.
Boo, sad for him.
Yeah. I don't know. There was just so many questionable play calling, especially in the second half when they were losing 20-6. It's like, I just don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a ton to say about this. Besides, Harbaugh is he just always figures it out, man. Mm-hmm. He just always figures it out. And I don't like how good the Chargers have looked so far. On the other hand, I've heard a lot of idiots on the internet trying to act like Ashton Genty has just looked terrible so far. And if that is your opinion, sure, I'm a homer for my guy. I don't care. So, yeah, I'm biased. But if you actually watch the tape, he hasn't been bad. Their offensive line is absolutely atrocious. He rushed the ball like 15 times in Week 1 and had like 20 yards, and half of those carries, he was met in the backfield.
I was about to say after contact.
Yeah. He probably picked up closer to 40, but when you're getting meat in the backfield so often, it knocks those numbers down. And then this week, he only got 11 carries, had 44 yards. Like, that's not 43 yards. That's not terrible. It's not great, but with
a bad line,
when you're down the entire game, that means that your game script is slated towards passing the ball. They threw the ball 43 times. They have a bad offensive line, and he hasn't gotten a good workload so far. So, like, I don't know. People just love to hate. That's really what it is. People just love to hate, and they're like, oh, yeah, he didn't play anyone good last year. It's like, oh, yeah, and any time he did play anyone good, he got shut down. Oh, yeah, so that means you didn't watch the Oregon game. He ran for over 200 yards against Oregon and 4 touchdowns or whatever. Might have been 6 touchdowns. I don't remember. He had a ridiculous game against Oregon. Yeah, it's just a bunch of dumb haters online that don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, for some reason, people thought that Ashton Genty goes to the Raiders and it's like he is going to somehow magically upgrade their offensive line. He'll be better than any other running back that they had, but like you have to give him some kind of holes, like a little bit. And the fact that he rushed for just a hair under 4 yards a carry when he was given no room and the game script was slanted very harshly against him, can't be too mad about the day that he had. That's really all I got to say about that game.
Yeah, 192 and 4 touchdowns against Oregon. I was just looking up because, like you said, I mean, when he didn't play anybody, Ashton Genty's lowest rushing game of the year last year was 127
And he got pulled at halftime.
against Portland State.
Yes.
Right. Every other game.
Well, but that's the thing. Some people are like, yeah, he didn't play anybody.
No, sorry,
He
Penn
didn't
State.
play anyone.
Penn State. He had 108, but so that was his lowest game. But outside of that, every game was over 115 yards.
Yeah, but, for...
Even if you're not playing anybody, defenses. I mean,
Even if you're not playing anyone, having 2,600 yards in a season is ridiculous. Is ridiculous.
all right. So week 3 picks. We got to get some separation between some of us because we can't go the same record like we did the first 2 weeks. Miami at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I don't know how that second game is that close. 7.5 to Green Bay. That's a little shocking to me. I'm going to take Green Bay in the points.
Yeah. Colts at Titans.
I guess
Really?
7.5 to the Browns. I said that backwards, but I'm taking Green Bay and
You
7.5.
could give me 20 points, and I don't think I'd still pick the Browns with the points.
I might at that rate, but
Colts at Titans. I don't even have to ask
Yep.
myself.
yep, I totally
4.5.
agree.
I feel like it's a little too close.
So do we know the quarterback situation in Milwaukee? Like who it's going to be? Or I said Milwaukee. In Minnesota? I'm going to the depth chart now. Oh, it's Carson Wentz.
I'm taking Jake Browning over
I'm gonna
Carson Wentz.
Take the Bengals because I do believe in Jake Browning, and
I just don't believe in Carson Wentz.
if the Bengals are going to,
Stay afloat, keep it alive.
they're gonna have to rack up wins early because the middle part of the schedule gets tough.
Steelers at the Patriots.
Because let's be clear, after this week, Broncos, Lions, Packers,
ouch.
Steelers,
Oh,
and then you get a little bit of a break.
Packers
with the
might be
Jets
a
and the Bears.
Toyotathon too.
No, it's not that late.
Okay.
Not yet, but there's a really rough stretch right there, and then you get a break against the Jets and the Bills, but
I wouldn't say that's a break with the Bills.
the Jets and the Bears, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's a break.
Bills aren't till December. So yeah, got to rack up the wins early if you're going to survive 3 months without Joe Burrow.
Pittsburgh at New England. Pittsburgh getting 1.5. I am taking Mike Vrabel.
I'll take the Steelers. I kind of wanted to pick the Patriots, but that one's a close one, so I'll take the other side.
Rams at the Eagles. Somebody's going to get their first loss of the year.
It's going to be the Rams.
Yep.
Jets at the Bucks.
Jets are going down.
Going with the Bucks. Yeah.
Crash course here and at the Jets. In Tampa Bay. What is the spread? 6.5. Really? Against whoever? Who's the Jets backup? Because they said Fields might be hurt. It's Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod. Oh, that actually makes them better.
Raiders and Commanders. Oh, God, I should have left my tab open. Who's the Commanders backup? Marcus Mariota. If Daniels doesn't play, I'm still going to take the Commanders. Vegas just looks horrible.
I'll take the Raiders.
Hey, maybe this might be a Genty go-off game.
That's probably the reason I'm doing it.
Okay.
I think it might be a Genty game.
Falcons at the Panthers. Atlanta.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go Atlanta. I didn't think about it for a minute.
Texans at the Jaguars. Jacksonville's getting 1.5 at home.
Texans starting off 0-3. That's rough, but I don't know if that's how things are going to work out.
The Texans have played two good teams, though.
I guess I'm going to go with the Texans,
I am too.
even though I still haven't been convinced with Stroud so far this season.
Broncos, Chargers. 2.5 favor are the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh's got things rolling. I'm going to stick with Harbaugh.
I'm going with the Broncos.
All right.
There's a lot of disagreement this week.
Saints and Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah. Dallas and Chicago.
I guess. I'll go Dallas, I guess.
Holy shit, Andy's wearing an Ohio State hat and picks Dallas to win a game. Damn, hell is frozen over. Battle of the Undefeateds in Arizona. They're playing in Santa Clara. Arizona and the 49ers. Why the hell did I draw a blank and I'm looking at it? If Mac Jones can do that again for another week, I feel like the defense, if they can contain Kyler Murray, that'll be in the Niners win column.
I think that we're having a lot of disagreement this week.
Hey, good. So we're not gonna, or we're gonna split the disagreements.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. It feels like the toddler gets away with stuff against them, and that would put them to 3-0, which I feel that's weird. But
it is. So you're gonna take the toddler and Kyler Murray. Chiefs.
no offense, he just looks so much smaller than everyone else on the football field.
Well,
So,
I mean, how tall is he?
not tall. He just looks like a little kid running away from people. He's 5'10". He looks smaller.
There
than
is
that.
no way he is 5'10".
That's what it's listed.
Jim's 5'10". Oh,
Chiefs, Giants.
Battle of the 0-2s. Who's going to get their first win of the season?
I gotta go with the Chiefs. I don't see them not. It would be shocking, out of this world shocking for them to go 0-3. He took the Giants?
I'm going to take the Giants. I liked what I saw out of Russell Wilson.
Wow.
The Chiefs kind of play that same zone defense that the Cowboys played, and Russell picked it apart last week for 400 and whatever yards and 4 touchdowns. I'm going, fucking blow it up in Kansas City. And then the Lions and the Ravens.
This is a tough one for me.
Nah, it's not for me. Hopefully Jared Goff can throw for another 300 some yards and 5 touchdowns.
I'm picking with my heart. I will pick the Lions. I would not be shocked if it goes the other way, though. But, once again, the Ravens, they find a way to lose games that they should not.
Especially early on in the season.
So.
All right. I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Play by Play. Remember to like, share the show. Like I said, we're uploading to my YouTube until YouTube's done with our review, I guess is what it's called or whatever. So I'll post it and share the YouTube page with that again as well. But that will do it for this week's episode of Play by Play.
Don't forget to like everything, and we'll see you guys next week.